What's going on, fans of the PMC? Dr. V here today, bringing you our Week 3 Power Rankings. Now, because I'm a horse, I do horseish things sometimes, and I was unable to record with Cloud this week due to some of those horseish things. So, yeah, I'm doing them alone again. Now, again, these are all my opinions, so if you get angry, too bad. If you like them, good. But, yeah. Let's get started with our number 12 this week. So at number 12, we have Orso and the Windsor Weaviles. Now, this match was not... There was not really any bad matches this week, honestly. I enjoyed watching them all. Thought people played pretty decently. But, yeah, this week I have Orso at 12 because of a few reasons. First off, the result doesn't really match what happened here. Basically, Adam wanted to get cheeky with Genesect and ended up losing 2 more of his Mons in the process to getting that 1-0 victory. So it should have been a 3-0, but ended up being a 1-0 in Adam's favor. But still, the main reason why I have Orso down here is that he really has not changed up his sets very much. He's changed a couple things, switched 1 or 2 Mons around, but overall the sets have remained pretty much the same, which has made him really predictable to his opponents, honestly. At least in my opinion, it seems that people are predicting what he's going to bring fairly easily, and he's getting countered by it, which is not something that you want in a league format, people being able to guess what sets you're going to bring, and then just countering your sets, because you will lose about 99% of the time in those scenarios. So yeah, he needs to start changing up his sets more. He didn't play bad with the sets he brought, but I feel like he probably could have won if he had changed up his sets more and had not made them as predictable. So yeah, that's why he's at number 12. Next up at number 11, we have Roshan and the Detroit Solgaleos. Now, this week he went up against CJ and the Baltimore Oriolus, and CJ just had counters to his entire team. Yeah, he was able to switch in on things and basically just wall Roshan until CJ could get the win. In his defense, though, he did get to a point where if he had clicked Hydro Pump instead of Volt Switch, I think is what he did, he would have won the match, but he didn't. He tried to get more Switch initiative and it cost him the match. So yeah, he is at number 11 for this week. And moving up to number 10 this week, we have Maxx and the Maxximum Charizards. Now, this week was the complete opposite of last week for Maxx. He went up against a very good player in RG with an incredibly scary team, and he played really well. He did what he had to do, and it's just that the Venusaur, Cresselia, and Volcanion core is proving too much for teams to get over. It's an insane core to have, honestly. It just walls about 90% of the other Mons with one or the other. So not much you can do there, but Maxx played really well. He thought out his moves. He was switching in and out where he needed to do. So I felt like that deserved credit and moved him up in the spot to number 10 this week. Now, number 9, we have a huge drop off from last week. We have Spencer and the Washington Talonflames. Now, the reason for this is he lost a 4-0 to Dolphin. Now, I know that it might be a little harsh, but it's the fact that the Vaporeon was pretty much able to cripple his entire team. Once the Superior went down, he didn't have much that he could do to the Vaporeon. His Mega Scissor was burned, his Garchomp was burned, and the Electros went down fairly early. So the fact that he didn't have any way to heal them or and that once they were burned, they were pretty much irrelevant the rest of the match. They couldn't do they couldn't do what they needed to do to take down his team, and it cost them the match. And Dolphin got a 4-0 victory. So, yeah, I felt that it was just where I needed to put him this week. Honestly, it's not anything personal or anything. It's just where I felt he needed to go. So, moving on to number 8, we have Dolphin and the Voltgate Zoroarks, moving up one spot from that last match because of the way that he handled CJ's team. Not CJ, sorry. The way that he handled Spencer's team. Now, I don't know what else to say about that match, really. Vaporeon was really key there. If Spencer had managed to get rid of it before some of his physical attackers got hit, the match probably would have been way different, but Dolphin did a good job of protecting his win condition in Vaporeon, and he ended up winning because of it. So moving on to number 7, we have CJ and the Baltimore Oriolus. Again, this match, going back, he did win this week, and he had switch-ins for everything, like I said. The only reason why he only moved up one spot is because of that he could have very easily have lost the match if Roshan had gone for Hydro Pump instead of the Volt Switch. So it is what it is now. So he does move up a spot. So keep it up, CJ. We'll see what his team can do the rest of the season. Moving on to number 6. We have Trev and the Atlanta Braviaries. Now, I know that this is it's not a far drop, it's from 4 to 6, so, but he did lose to Jack this week. He lost a nice 2-0. It looked like Trev had control of the match for a while, but once the Sylveon got in there, Sylveon just wrecked the rest of Trev's team, really. He just had nothing that he could do to the Sylveon, really, to hit it for any effective damage, really. So the Sylveon was really the key to this match, and it ended up giving Jack the win. So yeah, if you haven't seen this match, it was a really intense match. It was going back and forth the entire match, so go and check it out. I definitely, if you haven't seen the matches, I don't understand why you're watching rankings yet. Go and watch those first, so then come back here. So moving on to number 5, we have the Portland Crobats. Now, they did drop down from number 3. They went up against Kyle and the Mesquite Mesprits this week, and how can I, basically it seemed like they underestimated Mega Metagross, what it could do, and Kyle's style of playing, really. Kyle did win a 3-0. It was a pretty convincing 3-0, honestly. Mega Metagross pretty much cleaned up the entire team. It was Metagross, kill something, switch out, into Metagross, kill something else, switch out the entire match. And Kyle proved why Metagross should not be in the Draft League format, because that thing has just been destroying. My lord. 5-0 this week is Metagross, what it did. So yeah, so unfortunately, because of the loss, he does have to move down, so it is what it is now. Okay, and now at number 5. 4? Number 4, I apologize. We have Kyle and the Mesquite Mesprits. He jumped up from number 7 last week. That's just because of the way that he handled Akki's team. It was just, there's not much that Akki could have done, really. There was Metagross is proving it's proving why it doesn't belong in this type of format, and now yeah, I believe Metagross has a 8-1 differential, I think is what it is. Pretty sure it's only died the first time when he got flamethrowered by the Genesect, which is another mon that doesn't belong here. Now, yeah, 8-1 is Metagross's kill differential, so you probably will not be seeing this thing in the regular season, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Kyle played his offense, and he is proving why offense is his favorite style of play and why it works, really. He's won 2 weeks in a row now. He would have won all 3 weeks if he had just clicked Drain Punch instead, but I'm not going back that far anymore. So yeah, good job to Kyle. Number 3, we have Jack and the Maryland Mienshaos. Again, this was another one of those weeks where it was an intense match. Jack versus Trev. It was, in my opinion, easily match of the week. Both of them are extremely good players, and it just turned out that Jack ended up having the upper hand with the Sylveon, like I had said earlier. And because of that, he moves up to number 3 this week from being number 5 last week. So good job to him, top 3. Alright, number 2. We have no change in here. We have Adam and the Kansas City Kakunas. Again, Adam, I actually considered dropping him a little this week to number 3 and putting Jack at number 2, but he still won, even though he was trying to be fancy and get Genesect more kills. But the fact that he sacked off 2 of his mons, and I just don't see why doing that would be important, really, especially in league formats where differential does matter if it comes down to ties and stuff. So yeah, but for now he stays at number 2, and by process of elimination, staying at number 1 for a 3rd consecutive week is RG and the New York Metagross. Like I said, he won 3-0 against Maxx and the Maxximum Charizards this week, and that Cresselia, Volcanion, and Mega Venusaur core is just proving too much for opponents. They can't seem to get over it, and RG is taking full advantage of the team that he drafted. So it's not like he drafted all 3 at once. It's people drafting other things that they wanted, and he ended up getting what he wanted in this. So yeah, that's power rankings for this week. Again, sorry for being a horse this week, guys. Hopefully, probably next week Cloud will join us, and if not, I'll do them again myself. But I'm hoping that I'm not a horse again. Till next time, later.